The long dark took everything from us. It took our crops, our countries, and for many of us, our lives. We managed to survive underground, burrowed underneath the corpse that is this earth. So many years have passed, we have lost track of time. Yet there are still those who live with us that remember what the surface once was and long for its return. Balking against the mandates of the ordered government and the qui sustenant, there are those that would dare risk their freedom and even their lives to see one last glimpse of what the surface once was. We are the brave. We are the bold. We are the ones that seek the surface. We seek the land of Viridian, the one that was once promised to us. Hello everyone, welcome to the Broken Lords podcast, specifically for Viridian. In the last episode, our compatriots, our heroes, have witnessed what they believe to be ostensibly the end of the surface as they knew it, or at least some of them did. And they're trying to make sense of what they saw in the visions in the Cercination portal.
Also, there's some kind of monster that we're probably going to go mess up.
Or get messed up by.
Yeah,
Basketball
same
special,
difference.
baby.
All right, so ultimate dramatic opener, 10-minute ritual.
That's a power move right
Jumping right into the action with a 10-minute ritual.
Does waiting for a 10-minute ritual count as a short rest?
I think you need an hour for
You
a
need
short
an
rest.
hour, technically.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
The atmosphere that I imagine is that particular scene in the new Dune movie where they're prepping that army, but it's been like spliced and hacked to have like techno music and lights. I don't know why.
The Dune rave?
Yes, that is the present energy I'm imagining as Carrick does his deep dive ritual magic assessment.
Actually, after we examine the portal, I would like to have a short rest as well. I don't know if I'm the...
Why don't you take a short rest and then in the last... Oh, because you have to do... That would be something strenuous. Yeah. Okay.
Listen,
All right.
I don't need a short rest. It would just be nice.
I'm in the same boat. Like, I would get some spells back, and that would be cool.
Okay.
But yeah, detect magic. I want to know about the magic that this thing is made out of and how strong it is.
It's a scrying portal.
And I would also like to, while I'm concentrating on the spell, kind of sweep around the room, see if I can figure out how it's keyed. Because it definitely seems to be specifically keyed. I will check out the chessboard and stuff as well.
Okay.
Since the pieces seem to be yielding specific results.
So you gather... I'm assuming you're going to be gathering the pieces that you cast into the scrying portal.
Well, I mean, there's still some on the board. We only took one and there was two of each, right? We only took one of each, so...
Yeah, I did say there was one of each.
Yeah. If we want the other pieces out again, I can get them out without stepping into it, so...
Okay.
So, are the pieces on the board magical?
As you discern it, no. They're mundane.
Alright, and the board itself is also mundane?
Mundane.
Quick glance, do any of the books on the bookshelf look magical?
I mean, a couple of them light up.
Alright, I'm gonna just grab those and stack them on the floor. I'll get back to it later.
Okay.
And I imagine the aura of the circle itself is too big to determine if the pieces inside of it are magical.
You notice that, I mean, there's a lot of magic coming from that.
Yeah.
So I held on to some scrolls. Are they?
Yeah, I haven't forgotten about those either.
Okay.
I figured if we're gonna be taking a short rest, I can probably examine some of those and rememorize some spells.
Okay.
Had just been thinking, could they maybe tied to this scrying portal?
So are you resting before or after you do the ritual cast?
After the ritual cast.
Okay.
Because I can always do it again later on.
Okay. So after you do the ritual cast, you look at the scrolls, and they're definitely spell scrolls. I mean, you can tell the magic permeating off them.
Alright, so I'll get back to that later too anyway.
Okay.
The only other thing of interest in this particular room is the table over here. Was that was just a light on it, right? Like a magical lamp?
Yeah. It's magical.
Yeah.
Ever-burning
Alright,
torch,
so
basically.
I don't have to worry about that. So I will drop the spell and tell them, I mean, what we had already kind of learned, but expand on it. It is definitely just a scrying circle as far as I can tell. I didn't sense any conjuration magics on it, so it's probably not going to be a risk of us, like, we stepped in it and get teleported somewhere or when. So we can keep that in mind going forward.
What does it take to make something like this?
Strong magic. Very strong magic. There might have been multiple casters involved. The journal I found was in a different room than where the star signs are. Maybe if we spend a little bit of time here, we can learn more. I'm gonna wander over to one of the windows and peek out just to make sure that, like, there's not imminent fire spreading through the city. Like, do we have a limited timeline?
As you stare out one of the, what do they call them? Portents, I guess? Because there's not really glass on the window, per se.
Yeah, they're like,
Portcullis?
Portcullis is like the cage thing that goes up and down.
Porthole?
yeah. I mean, these are like murder holes almost, right?
Yeah,
They're
pretty
like the
much.
slits, basically. Except
Yeah,
they
yeah.
probably, sometimes if those aren't meant to have archers fired through them, they would put glass in them, but they would still just be narrow stripes, so somebody couldn't, smash the window and come in that way.
Yeah. They're basically murder slots. As you stare out, you see the residual fires of the... This is like in the Hanshe High District, like at the border's edge.
Yep.
You see that residual stuff. And you do see some torches that were lit a little bit ago,
Yep.
it looks like. And let me set the scene properly. As you stare up, because you're kind of doing a vertical pan, you notice some kind of iridescent sheen kind of bubble from the cavern ceiling.
Oh, right, the goop that was dripping through. We've seen that before. We saw that on the roof of the other tower, right?
Yeah, we've seen it a bunch actually.
Oh, yeah.
In the wheat field that was burning outside my family estate's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see a lot of that. It's kind of like if you poured oobleck into a sink and it's kind of dripping out the pipe.
Zoob, that shit's disgusting, dog.
I'm a horror writer. What do you want from me?
All right. But the fires don't seem like they're any closer. I mean, I'll check other windows too to make sure.
Those definitely look like they were made by human hands, not by insert chaos here.
Okay. And I don't see any torches like moving through the streets or anything, right?
Not at the moment.
All right. So we're probably not in imminent danger of the priests all coming back or anything.
Those people I would love to kill.
We should definitely keep our eyes peeled, at least so that we're not surprised if they do. But I would definitely.
Do you want me to stay like near the stairs and keep an eye out?
I mean, if one of us just makes like a circuit every so often and peeps out the windows while we're having a little bit of rest, that'd probably be fine.
Yeah, I'm all up for that. I can do that.
Okay.
I'll check this window first.
You see a lot of what I just described to Carrick.
Okay, so in other words, no changes.
Yeah. It's maybe like once every 15 minutes, check it out.
Sure.
That way we're not surprised if somebody shows up. But can we have that short rest? Can we move the clock up an hour and get some spells back and key points and stuff?
Yeah.
Cool. I am going to grab a level 3 spell.
I feel powerful again. Well, I was already pretty powerful, but now I'm back at 115%.
I feel still at full health.
So, as you're having the tail end of that short rest...
Oh, I also, not to interrupt, I did want to look at the scrolls Krusk wanted me to look at in the downtime.
Okay. I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
As you're reaching the tail end of this short rest, Krusk, you start hearing... It sounds like someone's whispering in your ear, but whatever they're saying is completely inaudible.
Inaudible, so I can't like focus and see if I can make out what they're saying.
No, it's like someone's making the noise of whispering.
I look around. Do I see anything?
You see your compatriots.
Huh. Well, this is weird. I'm gonna let Carrick know. So, I've been hearing something, like a whisper. I can't quite describe it because it's not audible to me, but it's like it's there.
Well, the first thing I want to do is like motion for people to like be really quiet and see if it's an actual auditory thing.
You still hear that sound, Krusk?
So I still hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else hear it?
Yeah, but I just I'm going to make a perception check to see if it's just in his head or not, basically.
You hear everyone's breathing.
I'm just gonna, like, low tone voice. Anybody else hear anything?
Can we roll perception?
Yeah,
Sure.
I guess. Yeah, I'll roll perception. Word up.
Damn.
It's so quiet you can hear the blood sloshing in your veins.
Delicious.
That is extremely upsetting.
And Embrin, you feel the dull pulse of your newfound veins sinking in time to your heartbeat.
Huh. I'm gonna give those a good look-see while we're sitting still, come to think of it.
It's synchronizing your heartbeat.
But the way it's coming across, it almost feels like it's something separate.
The scrolls I'm carrying it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take them out of my bag, set them on the floor, and see if I hear the voice again.
You've been hearing this voice uninterrupted.
Even after I take the scrolls out of my bag or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so those can't possibly be the source of it.
What about the astrolabe?
Oh yeah, the astrolabe. That's right, you did give it to me. I'll take out the astrolabe and set it on the ground and see if anything changes.
You don't really see any difference, or hear any difference, rather.
But I still hear it.
Desmith, you look up with your 24 perception. Is it just you, or does Krusk look more pale than you remember him being?
Then just like even like a couple minutes ago. Krusk, buddy, you feeling all right?
I look at my hands and I notice I'm pale and I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Russ looks visibly confused.
Embrin, can you check him out? Is he okay?
I examine Krusk to the best of my ability. Why are you pale, buddy?
That's pretty good.
Easy check.
You stare at him, and you begin to do triage. And as you do triage, your veins start reacting to him, pulsing a little faster.
Does it hurt?
No.
Then for the moment, I ignore it.
The pulse quickens the more you make contact with his skin.
So what's happening to me in particular?
You feel like the same Krusk you've always felt. Desmith and Carrick, you notice that her nose is starting to bleed.
Embrin's?
Mm-hmm.
Embrin, you might want to step back. There's something happening.
Huh? What?
Both of y'all stay away from me for the time being. One guy is pale, the other one bleeding from her nose. Something's happening.
You back up, Embern?
Yes, I am very confused.
Your nosebleed stops.
Well, did I notice anything like... I mean, Krusk wasn't bleeding from his nose, and he didn't appear to be in any pain. He's just pale-colored at this point, right?
Very ashy gray.
So do I feel different?
You don't feel different. You feel empowered.
Why?
I don't know. Just in general, you feel a lot more confident and stronger than you were before.
The beginning of the Krusk Warlock saga.
Man.
I don't think the world's ready for Krusk Warlock.
I don't want that motherfucker knowing magic.
It's okay.
Ew.
Warlocks only know one spell, Eldritch Blast. That's the only spell. It's fine.
What?
Well, I mean, Krusk shooting Eldritch lasers. I don't know, man.
Eldritch Doors.
Oh, y'all not even ready. Not even ready.
The voices are starting to piss you off. It's like irritating.
What can I do? I'm going to remember my mentor's teachings. I'm going to try to kind of mentally block it.
Okay. Roll me a wisdom save.
Wisdom or a wisdom save?
Wisdom save.
6.
You struggle against the sudden, very violent urge, and you feel your will slip a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I'm either being controlled or I'm raging.
It does feel like you're raging.
Isn't it kind of both? Can it be both? Can it be both?
I mean, you're still within your, you're still within your right mind, but it kind of feels like you're raging right now.
Well, shit, I'm not sure what to do about it because I can't identify it.
Do you need to, like, drink some tea and calm down?
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I can't identify what's happening to me. If it's raging, then I would stop it. If I'm being controlled, I mean, that's not true. I seem to be in my right mind, just more confident.
Have you touched anything strange lately?
Those scrolls in the astrolabe.
In other words, it could be anything, right?
Right.
Destroy the astrolabe. It's our only chance.
You said you were going to be more cautious. Hold on a minute.
Old habits die hard, my friend.
All right, that's fair. I'm going to take a quick look at the scrolls.
Uh-huh.
Don't touch them. Don't touch them.
Preferably with minimal contact. I'll take a couple of the books and use them as like weights to unroll the scrolls and hold them in the open position.
Look like spell scrolls.
Okay, can I read them enough to see what they are?
Yeah, Arcana.
Oof, I'm being too hasty, I guess.
You mentally perform the incantation in order to like discern what the power words are, and it feels strange to your sensibilities.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as if you didn't study this particular branch of magic.
That's fair. But so they're divine scrolls? Is that the impression I'm getting?
Is Detect Magic still active?
No.
You're not sure? Not with that roll?
All right. So I can't be sure that it isn't the scrolls, but the fact that he was able to voluntarily put them down tells me it's probably not a curse.
What if we, got the fuck out of here? How about that?
Yeah, it's probably best for us to get out of here, I think.
All these magic circles and mirror portals and things like that. It can't be good for our health. The longer we stay here, the worse off we are. It's time to leave. I might just jump out the window. Who knows? This is the top, right? We're at the top of this tower.
You're in some kind of internal spiral of the tower.
I guess what I should say is we don't see any other stairs leading up, do we?
I mean, as far as you can tell.
We didn't go through this door. That's the only thing we haven't done.
Oh, God damn it. All right, let's slowly go through that door.
I opened the door.
Special thanks to our logo designer Sierra Twazin, to Toys and Things in Danvers, Massachusetts, Reaper Miniatures, and Mongoose Publishing. If you enjoy the show, help the podcast grow. Give us a follow on Twitter at Lords Broken, join the community Discord, and maybe consider offering a small tribute to the old ones on our Ko-Fi. All these links and more can be found in our link tree at linktr.ee/thebrokenlords. Thank you.